Hello, guys. Coach Paula here. Welcome to our week one check in for the response practice. Yes. For those of you who have been participating in the response practice, thank you so much for being a part of it. For those of you who have not joined, it's not too late. We started June 1st, but you can jump in at any given time and start on the day we're on, or if you choose, you can go back to day one and start the process. Welcome. So, what exactly is the response practice? Well, as you can see on the screen, it is 30 days to respond differently. My latest literary offering is I've written a book called The Response Devotional. I've also written a response journal that's a smaller version, and it basically gets to those 12 key responses. Yes, there's more responses that we give, but there are 12 that are kind of hit us in everyday life. And so the practice is walking through those 12 responses over a 30-day period. Through the rotation, we hit two occurrences of each word as well as some built-in reflections. And so I'd like to just get on here. I'm not going to be here long, but I thought it would be good to kind of recap what we did in week one and cast some vision into what week two is going to look like. And so if we have some existing people as well as some new people that may come on, by all means, we are glad to have you here. So feel free to shout out something in the comments. If you're watching this on replay, feel free to put hashtag replay and share. If you have any questions, by all means, reach out. This is a great exercise, and I'm grateful for those that are participating live now and those that will participate in the future. So response practice, 30 days to responding differently. So let's see, this is the PDF manual that comes with this free practice. Once you register, you will get this 17-page guide that kind of walks you through what it is. And so I'm not going to walk through this whole thing, but I'll show you kind of where we are. This is what it is. I outline the 12 responses. I talk about what this reset is all about, or this challenge, or this practice. We go through the weeks, week 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then the bridge days, those days 29 and 30. And then I give you the actual practice itself, how to walk through it. So we've done week 1, which was aware. And we're going to start now, starting on tomorrow, day 8, we'll start week 2. So what did that look like? What did week 1 look like? Here are the 12 words. If you're not familiar with them: yes, no, wait, go, now, later, pause, hold, stop, stay, return, and rest. So generally in life, these are the 12 that belch up most often and most often in life. And so I wanted to focus on these 12 responses. And so what we did in week 1, we focused on the 3. Let me just share that part too. Each day you have 3 simple tasks, and you can choose to do all 3. You can choose 1 or 2, but you have a basic do, which is a simple task to engage. You have a notice, which is your moment of awareness, something to think about and ponder. And then you have a move, which is a small step forward. And so those 3 are outlined for every single day for whatever word we're focusing on. And so you can choose, like I said, to do all 3 of them, or choose 1 or 2. So what we did week 1 was aware. Last week was all about noticing. We weren't trying to change anything, and listen, Coach Paula is not trying to change your life in 30 days. I can't do that. I don't have the power to do that anyway. But I'm just here to share, a practice, because beyond the 30 days, I hope we practice beyond that. I hope every day we live in a response practice mode. But this is just more about awareness and sharing. So in week 1, we did awareness. We stepped through the 7 different items. For today is day 7, so we're reflecting today. I have some serious reflecting that I've done on today, but I want to talk about it. So last week, or this past week, we focused on 3 words. We focused on pause, on hold, and on stay. So each week we do 3 words, and we do those words twice, and then we reflect on Sunday. That's how the 7-day rhythm goes, right? But we reflect on day 7. It just so happens that day 7 is on Sunday because of the way the week fell. But in any case, that was it from last week. So, as we reflect on today, like what stood out for you last week? Like what, if you didn't participate, what stands out to you in these words? Like when you see pause, when you see hold, when you see stay. I know for me, those first couple of days, I was like, Dag, I wrote this thing and I felt like it was hitting me, like it was calling me to attention on some things, because I definitely, especially on the pause day, and the hold day, like those first 2 days, and then when we repeated pause and hold, stay, I definitely hit some things, but pause and hold really resonated with me considerably this week with some things that were happening in my life. So I'd love to know how your week went. And so that's my whole point, to get on here on Sunday nights and just kind of, hey, recap how to go for you this week. And then talk about the week to come. So if I talk about next week, we're talking about week two. Week two, we're going to align. And so week two, now that you've moved, now you move with intention. So last week we were becoming aware and kind of noticing some things. So this week we're going to put a little bit of fire under our steps and do some things. And so for this week coming in, our 3 focus words are going to be go, now, and yes. So we'll do go, now, and yes. And so we'll have different activities that we'll do from day to day. And so it will be interesting to see as we practice how this plays out in this week. The other thing I was going to say is that I do have a website. It is response.paulahollis.com/practice30. And that is for those of you that are participating in this response practice. Each day, for each day's activity, I give you just a 1 to 2 minute video, just some encouragement and some instruction around that given word. And so you can see those videos at that website. When you registered, you should have gotten information regarding that. And so I strongly suggest that you bookmark that page. You can come back and you can watch the videos. They are scheduled to release at midnight each day, so that we get into the practice and the rhythm, so that you're not kind of jumping ahead or anything like that. So they will release in time at midnight on the given day of the practice. And like I said, they're 1 to 2 minutes, and it's just an opportunity for you to get a deeper understanding of what that particular item is. So I'm here today. I wanted to just kind of talk about how the week was and cast some vision into the week to come. So I truly hope that those of you that are participating in the practice are getting something valuable out of it. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear your perspective and hear how things are going and finding if it is adding value to you. I did speak to one participant and she did share some stuff with me. And I was like, girl, I know, like it hit me too. So I'd love to hear your responses. Haha. I'd love to hear what you have to say regarding it and what you want to share. But by all means, we're going to step into week 2 this week. If, like I said, if you're not currently participating, it's not too late. You can join in. And you can register. The registration link is response.paulahollis.com/start. And I can probably make that like a running graphic or something, or I can add it to the live so that you can register and you can participate. I did have it as a QR code. There we go. Let's see. There we go. I don't know why I was thinking I didn't do that earlier. So it is, the QR code is up on the screen. And so if you scan that, it is, like I said, response.paulahollis.com/start. You can register for this free practice and hopefully it will bless you. So like I said, my intention is not to be on here long, kind of recap what the week was, and then cast vision into the week to come. So tomorrow we will be on the word go, and then we'll do now, and then we'll do yes, and repeat that rotation again and reflect on day 14. So thanks so much for those of you that are currently practicing with me. Those of you that are joining, by all means, I hope that I'll get a chance to interact with you. But whatever you do, respond well. So thanks so much for joining, and take care, everyone. Have a great night.